He goes by the name of Joe Sig Harper. His name is Joe Sig. He's a hip hop artist. And the name of his pitch will be Creative Value Obsession. Let's give some love to Joe Sig.
Good evening, everybody. Charlotte has a creative underground that is so far underground that not even the people who are part of this creative crowd know that they're a part of this creative crowd. We have people like Quint Young, Black Universe, Kumo Machi, Rhyme and Design. They're all doing these amazing creative things, from dance to music, street fashion, the street art. I think it's time to shed some light on these creative people in Charlotte, keeping that underground organic feel, but still creating them, bringing them out to the mainstream and taking this creative crowd and creating a creative community. My name is Joe Sig, and this has been my creative value obsession. Now, as a hip hop artist, I've learned to bootstrap everything. So we have our Bootstrap acquisition strategy, which is a creative community concert. It will happen every month, the second Saturday of every month. Our first event will be May 24th, from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. There'll be live music, live performances, a chance for these vendors and these creative people to come out and sell their merchandise. And also open canvas for people to come out and paint and have fun and connect with the community. The way we'll make money from this is we'll do it through ticket sales, vendor fees, food and drinks, raffle tickets, and also the admission sales, of course. Now, we wanted to use social media, but that just seems like it's getting a little lame. Everybody's using social media and getting they're getting attacked by all these emails and all these tweets, and it's just too much. So we want to use philanthropy to use it as a promotional tool to reach out to the community and also teach the community that we don't just want to take from them, but we also want to give back. So we'll work with these large organizations like the Habitat Restore, the Salvation Army, and generally just organizations that are doing stuff for the community and for Charlotte. Me and my business partner, Albert Carter, and Brandon Williams have already developed a website, and we're seeing 100 hits a day with little to no promotion. My name is Joe Sig, and this has been my creative value obsession. Yes, sir.
So can you just highlight a little more about kind of what you consider to be the problem in terms of not enough artists being highlighted? What is, I'm trying to understand the problem, the value from, from helping to reduce that.
Okay. Well, basically, there's artists like me and fashion designers and all these people in Charlotte that are not only just doing creative things and just using their talent and trying to start businesses, but there's a need for the community to get connected with these people because this could bring more revenue to the city. From my understanding, we spent $10 billion on revenue alone, on retail alone. And I don't think, most of it didn't come to our city. It was out to other artists that are already in the mainstream that are not from our city. If we gave it to people like Quint Young, who was also a part of the Black Right Moves for Youth, and people like Albert Carter, who was starting a hip hop university, they could take that money and give it back to the community. It has a multiplier effect. It brings more community and it raises us up economically wise.
Have you learned about or partnered with anybody else in the community that has the same passion and could help lift an event like this to greater proportions maybe?
Yes. Currently I'm working with Black Universe, and they're basically doing the same thing we're doing. Rhyme Design is another company that's doing the exact same thing we're doing. We're all in the startup stage, but our followings are connecting to each other. The last event they had was last Wednesday, and there was a turnout of over 100 people. It was at the epicenter of the bar and grill. So we're doing this stuff already and making connections to different people. So this event could potentially become the biggest thing in Charlotte as long as I keep getting the back and I be consistent in doing the events.
And what would that, like, future sustainable vision look like?
The future sustainable vision is to have a retail store, become a retail channel for all these local creatives. So they'll have a chance to sell their products out of my store, and also we'll have like events after the store closes. I know most of these people don't have enough product to fill a major retailer, but if they bring it to me, then I'll give a chance to build their product, build their clientele, and we both can learn and eat off the same thing.
So you didn't talk about your team very much. What skills do you have as a group, and what skills are you missing that you want to bring into your organization?
Right now, since I'm a hip hop artist, I'm getting national coverage as well as global coverage. So I think my people skills and my connections with other artists in the city is very invaluable to our organization. Albert Carter, he has an MBA, and he's currently working on his MBA, so he has the business skills that I don't have that I'm currently working on. Brandon Williams, he knows a lot about fashion, so he's really connected with the fashion scene, with everybody just trying to start their own fashion companies. So he's bringing in clients and vendors to our business. What we don't have is a lot of money. That's basically what we don't have.
So so you've got an event coming up on the 24th, right? So how did you fund that, and why is that funding mechanism not sustainable?
We funded that with the money out of our pockets, which wasn't much. But like getting a stage and stuff like that, it was costly to nothing. It was, it wasn't that much. And I know the performers, they're gonna perform for free. They're not gonna charge me anything. And the vendors, they just want to be a part of it. So we were able to say, hey, you know what, you wanna come out and sell your stuff? $100, set your table out, whatever you make is yours. So it was kind of easy to make it happen.
So where's your event going to be at?
It's going to be on 2317 Arden Street. It's going to be from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And I encourage you to come out.
Like Arden Street, you said?
Arden.
Arden Street.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess a part of your plan in terms of going back to partnerships, are you aware of some of the larger events or festivals that are happening in Charlotte that potentially you connect to, maybe with Center City Partners or other folks that are kind of in this space but may not be, that maybe you can play a niche with?
Yeah, I reached out to the guys who do Amos South End. They're willing to work with us, but I think they're really just trying to see our customer turnout and how much of a crowd we can actually draw before they pull the trigger and try to work with us.
There's something here about, you've got hip-hop artists, and you've got national recognition for that.
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you've got another partner that's the business side,
Yes, ma'am.
and then you have a partner who's a fashion designer.
Yes, ma'am.
And so, I'm not trying to suggest you run before you walk here, but there's this, like, I'll use Tommy Hilfiger for an example. Okay, so Tommy Hilfiger had a brother who was really into fashion for the hip hop crowd. Okay, so Tommy, clothed preppies, and his brother was into the hip hop crowd. And he clothed a major star, J-Lo, right, in Tommy Hilfiger clothes made for hip hop. And so I'm just trying to make that connection for you. I think it's great for Charlotte, but if you've already got national attention and, it's about bringing the creative group out, shoot big, right? Think about some of those things.
Yes, ma'am.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's just that so there's a lot of hip hop artists from Charlotte who've gotten national coverage, And the problem is that once they get that national coverage, Charlotte just doesn't have anything to do with them. And primarily because once they get that coverage, they're not doing anything for the community because they're too busy with their schedules. My idea is to bring Charlotte with me. Like, these are the clothes that I've designed here, so this is part of our merchandise. I wear it and I get other people to wear it. If I can get this to get really big in Charlotte, there will actually be no need for me to have national coverage. I mean, that would be great, but it won't be any need because all the money and everything else will be coming from Charlotte and going right back into Charlotte. Thank you.